You talk about that little surge in the first 4 minutes. It looked like a set play between you and Elliot that got the 2 dunks.
Yeah.
What was that? What you planned coming out of halftime, or just the way that happened?
Yeah. That was what Coach drew up. We executed it well, and we executed it well.
Can you describe the play? You were kind of coming off the screen or something?
You talking about
In the first 2 minutes of the second half?
Yeah. Oh, the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of our secondary plays. Just came off. Got Elliot open. He made the right read. Making the right reads. All game, he had like 12, 13 assists. He got me open. There was no low guy there, so we just finished it.
Those plays drew a lot of animation from Hubert, happy animation, positive animation. How much is the point of emphasis to go inside to you guys? I even if you don't shoot, just to run the offense through the post a little bit more, to create more opportunities for you guys. How much has that been a point of emphasis?
It's definitely been a point of emphasis. It helps out our guards. We rely on our guards heavy, so it kind of just goes hand in hand with our offense. Us complimenting them on the offensive end, and just drawing defenders in, finishing, just creating opportunities for them to score as well.
There have been a lot of stretches in games this year where you guys don't do that, where it's just a lot of drives, a lot of threes, a lot of passes around the perimeter, and that stuff through the post is not there. How do you guys rectify that? And was what you did at the start of the second half today part of Hubert's message? We need to be this team in order to be what we can be.
No, it comes from the coaches telling us the adjustments to make. It also comes from us talking to each other and us being teammates and be like, hey, talking to each other, listening to each other, and letting each other know what we see out there, how our man's guarding us, and then just listening and adjusting.
And the last thing I want to say about that, sorry, Michael, is how much of it is you guys down low, you, Van Allen, Ty, whoever, posting better, making yourself more available. How much has that been part of the discussion, and maybe having the interior more conventionally used?
Definitely. We all know it. We haven't, been, as playing up to par as we can and as we should to help this team get as many wins as possible. So, that's an emphasis every day. Whether we in the practice, we in the film room, it's just an emphasis for us to go harder and just make a bigger impact for the game and for us to win.
Jalen, after the UCLA game, Coach Davis said, just going to take a couple days during the holiday break to just get away from everything, not think about basketball at all, and then come back and get back to work. Was that your approach during the break?
Not really. I kind of think about basketball all the time. So even going back home, just working out, just trying to stay fresh. I get to have some time off and see my family, spend time with my friends and stuff. But we're in the heart of the season pretty much, so we might take 1 or 2 days off, but really never more than that.
3 or 4 minutes of the second half, you had 4 points, 3 assists. It seemed like was it an emphasis to push it inside there coming out of halftime?
Not really, but we call one of the plays, we call wedge, which is an empty side pick and roll, and it worked the first time, so we just called it again. It worked the second time, so we just kept calling it. Yeah.
That was the one that led to the dunks for J-Wash?
Yeah.
Tell me what that play involves.
It's just an empty side ball screen with three players away, so it's just me and the big on one side, ball screen.
But does that give you confidence to get the team going there, like you did in the first 4 minutes of the second half?
You said what?
Does that give you confidence to get the team going there early in the second half?
Yeah, definitely. After those plays, our team had a lot of energy, and we started playing.
And then I noticed your reaction after you passed for the first bucket for a dunk. You really reacted to that. It seemed like you were more confident today.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely was feeling more confident.
Out of the first, which one do you think was the best pass?
The best pass, I would say the lob to Ian, or the first one when I threw the lob in the first play of the game. Yeah.
What do you remember about that play to Ian, towards the end? It looked like he kind of cut baseline or something. What do you remember about that?
You talking about the lob?
Yeah, lob pass.
Yeah, He told me the lob was open. He told me that I think they were shooting free throws. He came up to me. He was like, the lob is wide open. So I said, okay. And then I came down and just threw it. So, yeah.
What did you make of, obviously set a career high today, just the performance Ian did have in that first start? He was saying that a couple guys gave him some advice for him out there. What did you think of the way he was able to take on big minutes and play the way he did?
Yeah, I think he's just been waiting for his opportunity like that, and he got it, and he almost had 30 points, so I feel like that just says a lot by itself, yeah.
Was there any particular advice you gave him when he was going to make that first step?
I just told him keep shooting. I felt like everybody out there was a mismatch guarding him, so I was just telling him just keep going.
Is there emphasis as the game went on to going from inside out instead of the outside in? It seemed like that was more of an emphasis going inside.
Yeah, the scouting report for their team was that they didn't have a lot of inside presence and like shot blocking, and they didn't have a lot of height. So we were just trying to attack the paint as much as possible.
We just more focused, more attention, more attentive to the small details. We just in a great space, man. I feel like it's gonna be a great ACC. Try to run for it.
Ian, you're a very confident dude. Is there some aspects of your confidence that's gone up the last couple of weeks? Are there aspects of your game that you feel that you trust a little more now out there than maybe earlier as you were learning your way as a freshman? Because we're seeing more prongs to your game the last couple of weeks.
I feel like I'm always super confident. No matter if the shot is going in, if it's not, if I'm scoring 20, if I'm not, the confidence is always there. You know, I always believe in myself to go out there and make shots and defend and do it.
What I'm getting at is the production. Is it just a matter of you got a lot more minutes? You had 54 minutes in the previous two games. I don't know what you had today. Is it simply a matter of time on the floor, and that's why we're seeing a lot more stuff, or is there anything else to it?
I would say it's time on the floor and just understanding where I can score at, you know, and understand how to get to those spots quick and without having to go a long time, you know, understanding where my teammates will find me at, where I can get my shots at, when I should cut, when I shouldn't, where I can
Go ahead.
just understanding my spots and my spacing and how to get it done quick and efficiently.
Elliot said you told him the lob was open, and that's when. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I seen that play before. Elliot, we kind of done back and forth in the 1-3-1. I told him next play down that I'm gonna cut. The lob's gonna be there. And then he said I'm gonna throw it. He threw it from almost half court, perfect pass. I got the dunk.
What about starting? How did that feel any different?
Yeah, man, it felt good, man. To go out there, hear my name being called, starting five, it felt amazing to me. It was great.
There's been a lot of people clamoring for you to start out there. I don't know how much you pay attention to that world of social media, but does it really matter to you, starting or not starting? Because, like I noted, in those previous two games, you still got 54 minutes in the two games, so you're getting starters' minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the biggest deal for me, no. I feel like when I get in there, I just want to go in there and impact the game. Whether I'm coming to the bench doing it, whether I'm starting the game doing it, just when I come in there, what can I do to impact the game and help us win? So starting, it's all right, but I just want to go in there and win.
RJ became the all-time leader in three-pointers made here. As a baller, describe RJ as a perimeter shooter.
RJ is a three-point threat, man. I'm super proud of him. I'm glad I got a chance to be a part of his legacy at Carolina. Yeah, like I said, I'm super proud of him. He's great, man. He's great.
We're starting to see his step back.
And a senior, or super senior. So, I mean, I can't just thank God for just putting me in this position to be able to do that. I'm just super grateful for everything.
Going back from your 300th career three-pointer to your first three-pointer, do you remember when you first made a three-pointer and what kind of goes to your head, sort of mechanics of shooting, what do you kind of look for in a defense?
Yeah, are you talking about like first three-pointer like as a freshman or just
In general.
In general? Really just like, just feel good. It's a shot that I practice all the time, every day, so it's kind of just like shoot with a free mind. I think early on in the season I was like telling myself like I have to make this shot, and that was causing me to miss a lot. So I'm in a mindset right now where it's just like just let it fly. I'm either gonna make it or miss it, and then live with the result. So that's something that I've been going through in terms of like my first made shot and then the next shot. So
Do you have any conversations with Coach Page about passing him before this game and tonight?
MP told me when we were about to play UCLA that I was 4 away, and I had no idea from breaking his record. So I had made 2 in UCLA, and then he was like, "You only need 2 more yesterday in practice." So it's gonna be. We were just talking about this, like how we were gonna celebrate. Like, am I gonna point at him? They're gonna stop the game and give me the game ball. So, but I grew up watching Marcus, so for me to kind of just pass him and kind of him to hand me the torch is just a real moment because now he's a coach. And now he's paving the way for myself, but for the rest of us guards to kind of just be great in our own way. And I really do appreciate him just for the past 2 years of him just kind of just mentoring me and being in my corner. So yeah.
What's one thing that Coach Page has done to help you that you haven't really seen from any other coach?
I would just say because obviously he played here as of recent times. I was in, I want to say like maybe high schools or maybe a freshman watching him, and just obviously what he went through throughout freshman year all the way up to senior years, from him being an All-American his sophomore year, and then he told me he started off his senior year kind of just like in a shooting slump, I think for like a month straight, and obviously I've been in one, so he kind of just mentored me, just making sure my headspace is right, and you got at the end of the day just trust your work. At the end of the day it's going to even out, and I think one thing for him that he's been helping me is just kind of just making sure I've been in good spirits. Because obviously, like I play with a joy, and so that was like really the main thing for him. Yeah.
We're starting to see the step back a lot more now, and it looks kind of like it did a year ago. Are you feeling that part of your game now is more comfortable than maybe a little bit earlier, and the way guys are defending you?
Yeah,
it seems like the opportunity is there to move forward.
100%. I think I'm just taking what the defense gives me, but at the same time trusting my work. I mean, I lived off the step back last year, so I think it's coming back right now, and I think also with my teammates, their ability to score, and now you got to pick your poison, whether you're going to guard them or me. So that's opened up a lot of space for myself, and that's why I'm able to get a lot of easier shots.
Pink shoes tonight. Last year when you wore them, you scorched for a while. Was that a conscious decision to say it's time to try them again?
I'm like superstitious, but then not superstitious. So I kind of just want to start off, going into ACC play. I know this wasn't an ACC game, but it's kind of just this month they're about to head into on the right track. And I feel like my pink shoes are my lucky shoes. So that was my decision going to the ACC game.
You've achieved a ton, but did you need to have a game like this going into ACC play? Because you're going to have to play kind of like you did last year for you guys to have a chance to win the league.
100%. I mean, I felt like where I felt like myself again was Florida. I kind of felt myself coming back into my kind of the old vintage RJ. I was able to knock down shots and be confident in the realm of the game, and just that stretch of games from Florida to UCLA up until now. I feel like I put together, me personally, from a mental standpoint, a good stretch of games where I felt like I'm not really putting too much pressure on myself to make or miss every single shot, or just go out there and just play free, because I felt like I had the weight on my shoulders, and it was more so of me putting that on myself more than anybody else, and that's because I just want to be really great. But I realized I was stopping myself of producing of what I'm better of showing. So, yeah.
Last question, real quickly. You were acknowledged during the game for setting a record, and you're at the top of the key, and pretty loud ovation. Your little hand gesture. What was going through your mind there, and what was that gesture?
I mean, I just thank God for just putting me in this position to be able to achieve that. I mean, I think there was a reason I came back. There was a reason I'm in this position. So all the glory goes to him, and that's what I did. So I just pointed up to thank him, because my life has changed from a year last year up until now, and I'm just grateful for everything that's been coming my way, and I just really want to finish the season out strong. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
RJ, you mentioned just adjusting to how you've been guarded differently. It seems like, we can see that it seems like you got to work hard out there to get open with the way teams are focusing on you. What's the emergence of Ian done, just taking some attention off you? Like, how has him even being on the court and having this emergence helps you elevate your game?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into this year, Ian's a prolific scorer. I mean, he's able to heat up quick. He gets out in transition. He's able to knock down threes. So it definitely, relieved some tension from me in terms of kind of just, being able to guard me, but now you have to guard him as well. And he's been doing a great job of playing a lot of stretch of games where he's scoring the ball at a high level, and I'm super proud of him. And that's like my little New York little brother. So, I think he's got a lot of more games left in him.
If you had one word to describe his game, what would it be?
I'll say flashy. Yeah, for sure.
After UCLA, Coach Davis was saying that he was just going to take a couple days during the holiday break, just sort of get away from basketball, just sort of unwind a little bit. Did you also do that during the break?
Yeah, for sure. I was with my family, my friends. I kind of just took a step back a little bit because obviously, this is where basketball starts to pick up a little bit. You start traveling a lot. AC play, games are harder. So kind of just want to take a little mental break and a physical break just from basketball because I really know what's coming and it happens quick. So I did a good job of kind of just, being around my loved ones and my supporting system. So, I'm good.
So you think you guys felt a little looser coming back after the break?
Yeah, I mean, had to work off the Christmas dinner we ran about a lot of 22s, but other than that, I feel like we good.
As the game progressed, it seemed like you guys were going from inside out more than the reverse. Was that more of an emphasis at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they didn't really have that many shot blockers going to the game, so Coach Davis really just wanted us to dominate points in the paint. So I feel like we settled a lot a little bit in the first half, coming threes. I think we shot 13, but we was effective in the paint, so we was able to get to the line, and that's how we wanted to play inside out. Penetrate, and then if you have a layup, take it. If you're able to kick it out to somebody else, they'll knock it down. So yeah.
RJ, last year you guys went 17-3 in that ACC slate. I was talking to Ian. He actually brought up the fact that he said this is a championship-winning team, ACC championship-winning team. Last year, what do you think allowed you guys to kind of have the run through conference play that you did, and kind of have the consistency and continue it throughout?
I mean, I feel like last year we all just bought in, and I mean, we've had games where we blew teams out, and we had games where it went down to the wire. So we didn't matter, we didn't care how it was going to get done, but we wanted to get that win, and we just played with a chip on our shoulder. And I think from I don't know how many guys we had, but everyone across the board, from the starting five to the bench players, everyone bought into winning, and that's what's going to take to them. And I talked to the guys right before we took off from UCLA of how hard it is to win in this league, and we need everybody to dive in, and I think they're starting to get the hang of that, the gist of that it's going to take all 15 of us to really just kind of battle through these wounds and come out with a win. So I think we're heading in the right direction, but I think that's what made us so special last year.